Almost a third of Australia's workforce have worked from home during the pandemic. A third of these employees hope to continue post-COVID-19. The distinction between home and work is increasingly blurred, and employers are asking, where does liability lie when an employee is injured whilst working from home? I'm Kate Simpson from Aitken Legal. Employers are liable for an employee's physical or psychological injury when the injury has arisen out of or in the course of the employment. To be liable, the employment must be a significant contributing factor to the injury. An injury will arise out of or in the course of employment if it occurs whilst the employee is at the workplace and engaged in an activity related to work, if the employee is away from the workplace on the direction of the employer, or during an ordinary recess. Difficulties arise when the employee is injured whilst working from home. Liability for the injury will turn on the specific facts. For example, an injury suffered by an employee during a 9:30 a.m. run was found not to be compensable. Even though the employee had been approved to work from home, the tribunal held that going for a run at a random time of the day was not an ordinary recess. The tribunal said that this might have been different if the run had been taken during a regular lunch break. In another case, an employee fell down the stairs on 2 separate occasions whilst working from home and suffered a shoulder injury. On the first occasion, the employee was walking downstairs to get cough medicine. This was taken to be akin to a toilet or meal break. On the second occasion, the employee was walking downstairs to lock her screen door. The tribunal held that she had been instructed to do so by the employer, and this had become an obligation or incident to her employment while she was working from home. So what can employers do to mitigate the risks of working from home? Firstly, have a working from home policy and a detailed working from home agreement with each employee who is working remotely. This includes stipulating the hours of work. Secondly, replicate the workstation at home with particular equipment the employee uses in the workplace, such as a chair, keyboard, mouse and computer. Thirdly, conduct a risk assessment. Take steps to establish that the home working environment is safe. This can be conducted by the employee. Fourthly, maintain regular contact with team members who are working remotely and implement a procedure to monitor job satisfaction, workloads and stress. If you need assistance to create a working from home policy with a self-assessment checklist or to dispute an employee's compensation claim, contact Aitken Legal to speak with an experienced employment lawyer.